Protest escalates at Ego Square, Abuja, amid economic hardship, Bagam. So it means that they have succeeded in challenging Wike at Ego Square. You know, Wike was saying that Ego Square is not available, that protesters are not allowed. There will be no protests in Abuja. We will make sure there's no protest in Abuja. And people have fired him left, right, and center. And now the protesters in Abuja have defied it. You know, what is his name? Shore told him that, look, that Abuja you're talking about, Wike, that is where protests will start in Abuja and end in Abuja, whether I like it or not. And that is what is happening now. So now that protesters have been able to access the Ego Square, what next? Let's dive into the details. A protest against hunger and economic hardship has escalated into a tense standoff between demonstrators and security forces at Ego Square in Abuja. The protest, initially directed to be held at MKO Abiola Stadium by a court order and FCT Minister Jason Wike, saw thousands of protesters defying these restrictions and converging at Ego Square instead. So security forces responded with significant force, deploying over 30 tear gas canisters. The demonstrators, undeterred, picked up and threw back the canisters, leading to a further escalation. Although the protesters briefly retreated, they returned to Ego Square, continuing their demonstration despite the authorities' attempt to disperse them. Bagam. So the situation remained volatile as security forces persist with tear gas deployment. The protesters are driven by their demands for government action on the ongoing issues of hunger and economic hardship, which remain unaddressed. This unyielding stance highlights the protesters' determination to push for change despite the increasing tension. Exactly. So what is interesting here is that even though they have deployed, I think, over 300 security operatives to that Ego Square, okay, and with the government and the court and Wike, the FCT minister, saying that protesters will not be allowed access into the Ego Square, thousands of protesters have converged. And now, even when the tear gas is being thrown, they are throwing it back at the police. And I tell you that the tear gas might be bad for police, because the truth is that these boys must have prepared themselves. They understand what it takes to ward off tear gas. It's just a matter of put a large amount of water on the face towel, cover your face, and the tear gas is dispersed by the water. Straight up. They know exactly what to do. So now, as the face-off is escalating between the protesters and the police, I'm sure the protesters have been able to overpower the police, and they are back again into the Ego Square, and there's nothing anybody can do about it except you want to go and kill them. That is it. So the guys are ready, the guys are determined, and the guys are out there at the Ego Square. So the question now is, what is Tinubu going to do? What is Wike going to do? Are they going to go and arrest the organizers of the protest? They can't do that, okay? That's one. Number two, they cannot tell the military to go and push thousands of people off. They said they want to kill everybody, which I know they don't, just like we're saying, they don't want what happened at the NSAS to Lagos Lekki toll gate to happen again. So they will do what they can do, and what it is too much, they will walk away. And I tell you, even the police, if they have option, they will drop their uniform and join the protest, because life is not in any way better for them. It's just that they are wearing uniform. So some of them, or most of them rather, like the protest. After all, soldiers are saying that they cannot, life has become unbearable for them, as most of them are selling their properties to be able to feed. Their salaries can't take them anywhere. The minimum wage that the Nigerian government approved cannot even buy half bag of rice, cannot even pay rent or pay transport of the worker for the month. So that minimum wage is useless. That is it. And the demands that Nigerians are placing, they have to put them back. That is it. So now that the protest has gotten into Ego Square, let me see exactly what Wike is going to do. We are all waiting for his reaction. Okay, somebody said police should trail this dog. What dog now? So this is a Southwesterner now that is just doing what? This guy just giving wrong comment here. So who is the trail dog now? Police should trail this dog. Who is the dog? That is the question. Yeah? As well, the Constitution stipulated that they should secure peaceful protesters, not other way around, and not to go direct the protesters, okay? Not to go direct on the protesters where to peacefully, to direct the protesters where to peacefully protest or not. Most of escalated issue in protests emanate from the security agencies, and government themselves allow people that are protesting peacefully to continue with their protest. Simple. Exactly. So most protests actually escalate when government or security overzealous security agencies, crossing their bounds and begin to use force. That is where problem will be. But if you allow that to be, nothing will happen. Something like eye service, if they know their work, government will go against them, and if they are doing their work, okay, police will go against them. So which one they will do? That is it. Tinubu think Nigeria is Lagos, while Wike thought Port Harcourt is Abuja. Now Tinubu can learn the hard lesson on how central government works, because he is a localized politician trained to exist in locality where one man should show stability reign of supreme. Okay. So if those useless elements called police continue with such stupidity, I am sorry, we will use what we have as well. That is what somebody is saying there. So what they have is to begin to resist them, and they will resist them. And you shouldn't blame the protesters for that. Don't use force on these guys. Okay, you use force, you cause more problem. Now, the ones happening in, I think one person is down already in Borno State, Maiduguri, because security agencies have released live bullet on the protesters. Okay, they are already doing some, shooting at Nyanya in Abuja, and that is also beginning to turn violent a bit. So the thing here is that police should mind their business, know their boundaries, and better be careful with what they are doing. Just like we said, police job is to ensure that there is safety for security for the protesters, and not to ward them off. You are not asked to ward them off. Allow them to protest. You understand? I know that place is very close to the Aso Rock, and they wouldn't want the protesters to gain access into Aso Rock and into National Assembly. But then, the way it is going, Nigerians might gather more, and I will not be surprised if people from other states go to Abuja there to get access to the Aso Rock, because that is where they will meet the real people. I think right now National Assembly is in emergency closed door session to discuss this, but then it is too late. When they were supposed to review the protesters' demand, they were busy looking for a way to ward off the protest and to stop the protest, but it's not working for them. Now they have accessed the Ego Square. Let Wike now come out and issue statement. Thank you for listening. Let's have your comment.